And a pleasant good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Matlack Messer Stadium on the campus of Earlham College here in Richmond, Indiana, as we get set for Quakers soccer. The Quakers will play host to the Spalding University Golden Eagles. Spalding is a private school located in the Louisville, Kentucky area, and they come into this match with a 5-1-0 overall record. Their previous game, they beat Berea, Kentucky 6-0. And the only loss they've had is on a neutral ground in a tournament, and that was a 2-1 loss against Alma. We'll talk more about Spalding in just a moment. Your Quakers come into this match with a 1-2 record. The Quakers winning their opening match against University of Cincinnati Claremont back on August 31st, 3-2 in extra time. And then some weather has hampered the Quakers from being able to play a full slate of games up to this point. The next match was canceled, a home match against St. Mary of the Woods. The following match, a home match against Wabash, they lost 2-0. And then another cancellation due to weather against number 11 Otterbein. And finally, the last time out, the Quakers were at Trine on September 13th, losing again 2-0. The Quakers hoping to get back on the winning side of things, and if they're going to do it, they're going to need to get up some more shots. In the loss against Trine, they were only managed to get one shot in 90 minutes while giving up 18 shots and committing 16 fouls. So a lot of opportunities for the Quakers to clean that aspect of their game up. And then the next match out against against Wabash. Well, I guess Trine was the last one. Wabash, the earlier match, they only made 2 shots on goal. And again, in 90 minutes, and that game ended a little early due to weather. So the Quakers have a lot of room for opportunity on the offensive side of the ball. Defensively, going to probably need to be a little bit more physical. In both of those matches against Wabash and then again at Trine, one of the major talking points after each of those matches was the lack of physicality, or I guess you could say the opposing team being more physical against the Quakers. So we will be sure to keep a lookout on that. I mentioned Spalding a little earlier. They are taking almost 19 shots per game, so you can expect the Quaker defense to be on their toes. And Spalding has 6 different goal scorers on their squad versus 2 for the Quakers. For the Quakers, they've scored 3 goals on the season in that opening match, 2 goals by Yuki Adams and 1 goal by Drew Fitzgibbon. And we will introduce the starting lineups in just a few moments. You are watching Quaker Soccer on the Radio Troy Digital Sports Network.
We check them better. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle is fully inspected and reconditioned by ASE and factory-trained technicians. And each Better Buy vehicle comes with a Carfax vehicle history report, so you know you can buy a vehicle with confidence. We back 'em better with a 3-day satisfaction guarantee. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified comes with a 3-day or 300-mile satisfaction guarantee. If you don't like it within that 3 days or 300 miles, just bring it back and we'll exchange it for a vehicle of equal value. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile warranty. We price them better. We have dedicated individuals searching the entire country for the highest quality, lowest price vehicles for our inventory. In today's competitive market, we're constantly monitoring vehicle values to ensure that we're offering the best prices possible. We guarantee that every Wetzel Better Buy vehicle is the highest quality used car or truck around. Our reconditioning process guarantees that you are getting a vehicle as close to brand new as possible, and our warranties back that up.
Back here at Matlack Messer Stadium on the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shearer pregame report. Here are your starting lineups first for your home Quakers. In goal, a senior from Vandalia, Ohio, number 1, Nico Monti. A freshman from Cleves, Ohio, number 4, Jake Pearson. A freshman from Oxford, Ohio, number 5, Alex Palabel. A junior from Lake Oswego, Oregon, number 6, Paget Gustafson. Gustafson. I was right the first time. I'm so sorry, Paget, and your family. And my parents live in Oregon, so I need to be nicer. A senior from Decatur, Georgia, number 7, Liam Ferguson. A senior from Woodbury, Minnesota, number 9, Yuki Adams. A freshman from Wilton, Maine, number 12, Aiden Thompson-Vaught. A freshman from Pittsboro, Indiana, number 13, Garrett Shaw. A sophomore from Cincinnati, Ohio, number 15, Jeffrey Duyer. A freshman from Round Rock, Texas, about 90 miles south of my hometown, number 21, Andrew Straszewski. And a sophomore from Cincinnati, Ohio, number 22, Drew Fitzgibbon. So again, it'll be Monty in goal, Pearson, Palabel, Gustafson, Ferguson, Adams, Vaught, Shaw, Duyer, Straszewski, and Fitzgibbon. And the Quakers are coached by Sam Bird in his 4th season, assisted by Aaron Gustine. And now the visiting Spalding Golden Eagles in goal. A freshman from St. Louis, Denord Haiti, number 1, Jude Louis. A senior from Louisville, Kentucky, number 4, Abdikar Hussein. A sophomore from Nairobi, Kenya, number 6, Faisal Jelani. A freshman from Nairobi, Kenya, number 7, Mani Bakari. A sophomore from Louisville, Kentucky, number 9, Mirza Ugarik. A senior from Lexington, Kentucky, number 11, Tenko Kono. A freshman from Louisville, Kentucky, number 13, Abnel St. Fleur. A freshman from Cleveland, Ohio, number 14, Asher Bingi. A junior from Louisville, Kentucky, number 17, Cornell Hilliard. A sophomore from Louisville, Kentucky, number 25, Logan Harden. And a freshman from Lexington, Kentucky, number 35, D. Tron. The Golden Eagles are coached by Adam Boyer in his 7th season, assisted by Darren Yeagle and Charlie Edwards. Speaking of the goal scorers, for the Quakers, I mentioned earlier that it is Yuki Adams having the team lead with 2 and Drew Fitzgibbon with 1. For Spalding, they are led in goal scoring by Cornell Hilliard with 6. Mirza Ugarik and Abnel St. Fleur each have 3. Mani Bakari has 2. And Tristan Ashburn and Michael Gill each with 1. And that gets your goal scorers for the Spalding University Golden Eagles. So we are just a few moments away from getting this match kicked off. We will come back in just a few minutes. You are watching Quaker Soccer on the Radio Troy Digital Sports Network.
Our community. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we play. At West End Bank, we're not just in the community, we're a part of the community. And that's why we support over 100 programs for local nonprofits and schools, including our financial literacy program that positively impacts countless students throughout the area. You bank locally, so we give back locally to watch people grow with endless possibilities.
For the past 35 years, Van Vliet Insurance has built a reputation of bringing a personal touch. That's because at Van Vliet, it's all about you, your needs, your life, and our town. Along with providing quality coverage to individuals, families, and local businesses, we're proud of our community and the opportunity we have to protect your future within it. Van Vliet Insurance, an Erie Insurance representative. Hometown professionals at work for you.
The Iceland May Term is an opportunity to come to Iceland each year and immerse in a series of open-ended, multidisciplinary science problems.
Having the opportunity to go to Iceland is an opportunity to do science in a place where it matters.
Back at Matlack Masters Stadium, and we are just about ready to get this match kicked off. I want to thank the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shearer for sponsoring the pregame. I encourage you to give Kevin a call for all of your insurance needs here in Richmond and Wayne County. And for those of you who are joining us today with students or student athletes here, feel free to give Kevin a call at Farm Bureau Insurance for your insurance needs. It is a warm, sunny day here in Richmond, a stark contrast to the last home game I did where the monsoon was bearing down on us, and we actually had to cancel the game. That would be the St. Mary of the Woods game. I think they canceled it because they were afraid I was going to get struck by lightning. And, heaven forbid, something bad happened to me. I mean, they were concerned about the rest of you, but, I'm older. And take more of them to carry me out of here because I'm, fatter. I'm way more than all of y'all combined. So the Quakers will be in the maroon jerseys, or kits, as you would say in soccer parlance. And they will start this period with the ball. Trying to get the ball down to Fitzgibbon, but it will wind up being a goal kick for Louis. The Spalding Golden Eagles will be in the blue kits, attacking right to left on your screen. After this match, the Quakers will have a few days off and will play at Wilmington, Ohio on September 19th. And that'll be under the lights, a 7 p.m. start, and then a couple more home matches to round out September. And then on the 29th, they will be starting conference play at Mount St. Joe. St. Fleur getting the ball to Hilliard, and Hilliard dropping it back to Kono and over now to Bingy. It's a good opportunity there for Strzezuski to try to displace the ball. It will stay in the possession of Spalding. Fitzgibbon will not earn that ball, so it will be a throw-in by Logan Harden. That ball hitting Liam Ferguson square in the goatee. But it will wind up with Spalding, and they'll drop it back past midfield into their defensive territory. And a little miscommunication there, as Bakari was not making a run to get under that pass. So Nico Mani will put the ball into play for the Quakers. And battling there for your Quakers was Strzezuski again. Not able to maintain possession. Yuki Adams was flashing. He'll work up high with Vaught and Fitzgibbon. And again, just a clearance by Spalding. Hilliard once again not making a run. Monty taking his time to put that ball into play. A lot of alternating possession, no one with any real clear opportunities so far early in this match. And sorry, someone has set the clock to go up instead of down, and that is Esta No Bueno. There. So no real cohesive attacks, although this will be the first opportunity for Spalding. And that was some good defensive maneuvering initially by Gustafsson. Now Fitzgibbon. His pass intended for Vaught and was intercepted. It'll be a throw for the Quakers. Ferguson looking for an opportunity and trying to throw it to Adams. Adams will not be able to get there in time, although he had a free run as Logan Harden missed the opportunity. Now here's Ferguson. Dribbling and could not get around the defender. Hilliard will get possession, drops it off. It's stolen by Ferguson. Drops it back to Yuki Adams, who looks to maybe switch, but instead drops back to Duyere. And some fancy footwork by Vaught. Goes for naught. And that's a rhyme. No one cares. Tough crowd. So Harden pushing it up to St. Fleur. And again, the Golden Eagles not entirely on the same page communication-wise and starting to look at each other and give some hand signals, which is okay. They try to use these early minutes to work on some offensive sophistication or defensive sophistication, whichever you prefer, and just get everyone on the same page. Quakers not able to get that possession, and now Harden. As the Golden Eagles will kick it around their back four, now looking to advance the ball. And stolen by the Quakers. Here's Gustafson getting it up on the left side, the far side, excuse me. And dispossessed by the Golden Eagles in some room to run was Bakari. St. Fleur will keep it into play. And it will be kicked out of play by Ferguson. It'll, I think, just be a throw. I believe it came on this side of the flag, so no corner. So Harden will come all the way down for the throw. Fitzgibbon, give a little check to him. That was going to be a handball. So free kick here for the Quakers. Jason Wise of Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group has an idea for an alternative fundraiser for your school group or nonprofit. If you list, buy, or refer a customer and mention this promotion, he'll donate 10% of what he makes on the transaction to the school group or nonprofit of your choice in your name. Tell your friends, family, and colleagues to mention this offer when listing with Jason Wise at Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. You can contact him at 765-969-3400. That is 765-969-3400. Jason Wise, good guy, and a great opportunity to get some money for your organization. So Louis puts the ball into play for the Golden Eagles. On the far side was Hussein. Gustafson battling, drops the ball back to Ferguson, over to Duyere. Quaker switch all the way to the far side for Shaw, and his pass is stolen by Kono. Shaw tried to get it back, but it goes out for a throw. They try to get it to Hilliard quickly, but Duyere gets it and just clears it out of play. Spalding will get the throw in near the Quaker bench. D. Tran got the throw in, but it will wind up in the hands of Monty. And he will wait for the Quakers to get down pitch. Ferguson, not entirely sure what he was trying to do there, but he winds up getting away with it and getting the ball back. Here's Fitzgibbon. And he gives the ball up, and some nice footwork there by St. Fleur. Still battling. And he will wind up switching it on the far side to Bakari. And the Golden Eagles give it right back. Racing down that far side for the Quakers was Stroszewski. Yuki Adams falls to the pitch again, and it will be Spalding ball. With the throw in, Kono nearly losing it, and that would have been an interesting opportunity for the Quakers. Vaught was battling nicely, but ultimately not able to get the ball, and now Spalding on the attack. Racing down that far side is Bingy, and he goes to ground, and it will be a throw for the Golden Eagles. Tran again. Finds Hilliard. Quakers wind up clearing it, and out of nowhere is Kono. Keeping the ball in the box for Golden Eagles for a moment. Quakers clear it to midfield. It's nice footwork by St. Fleur. That's going to be a foul against Ferguson. And a free kick in fairly dangerous territory now for Spalding. So to take the free kick will be Ugaric. And that shot going just over the crossbar. They're saying it was deflected, so it will be the first corner of the match against, or I guess, for Spalding. And taking this corner is Ugaric, number 9, the same guy that just had the free kick. Ball is sent in, and a good punch away by Monty. Hilliard will keep the ball in their attacking zone. Tran could not get it through, and the Quakers were just about 3 yards away from having a 1v1 race. But the Quakers are able to dodge those two set pieces, and Monty will have possession for the Quakers and take the free kick. Some alternating headers by Yuki Adams and Alden Vaught. Gustafsson battling with Bingy. That pass intended for Fitzgibbon. Not able to get there. Well, I'm not entirely sure that was a foul. It looked like both gentlemen's legs just kind of got tied up going for the ball, but it was a foul against the Quakers nonetheless. And that was a nice pass laid out for St. Fleur, just a little heavy, but definitely the right idea. As Ugaric had the line, just a little too much pace on that pass. Monty again putting the ball into play. So far, officially, only one shot in the match, and that was for Spalding. They have had the one corner, and so far, the only foul committed has been by the Quakers. Now, Tran will throw it in for Spalding. Hussein looks up pitch, and he'll put a boot to it. Out front for Bakari. Bakari still fighting that. Could have been a inadvertent handball. The side official waves it off. Strzelecki can't get there before it goes out of play. And that will be a throw for Earlham. Garrett Shaw will go towards the center of the pitch for Palabel. Ugaric dropping off for St. Fleur at the edge of the box. He has some nice footwork. He's able to dribble the ball well and keep it away from the defender. Kono will go across pitch to Tran. Hilliard, after a sliding tackle by Duyere, and that's going to be a foul on Hussein. And Monty will take the free kick. Warm day here in Richmond in the mid-80s. No subs as of yet for either side as we are into our 16th minute. Quakers have not had really any attack to speak of. I'm not sure they've really had possession of the ball in their attacking third. I mean, it will be another throw in for Spalding. Hilliard turns a spin. No whistle. He's apoplectic. Can't believe it. And using a lot of energy chasing that ball. Some of that surely was the result of being frustrated not getting the whistle. And that's another foul against the Quakers. And that'll be against Yuki. So free kick for Spalding, just inside their offensive side of the pitch. I believe that is Hussein, it is, who is going to take the kick. He puts the ball up. That's going to be dangerous, and Monty skies to get it. Just outside of the goalie box. Ferguson trying to find Vaught. Gustafsson will switch cross pitch, and that'll be Shaw, who will race up with it. Has Strzelecki. And that was a good little give and go, but again, a little too much pace as Strzelecki played it off for Yuki Adams. Good idea. That's probably the best passing that we've seen from the Quakers so far. Louis will take the kick for Spalding, and that might have been offsides. That, since he's taking the kick outside of the penalty box. And Duyere will let that go out of bounds. There we have our first substitution for the Quakers. It will be Andrew Belich in for Alex Palabel. Andrew, a freshman from Oxford, Ohio. Or is it Bellick? Do we know? Number 8. We're going to go with Bellick. Yeah, I apologize to the friends and family if that is incorrect. Fitzgibbon went to ground. It will remain with Spalding. Fitzgibbon made a play for that ball just a little too late to get there before Ugaric. Duyere to Adams. Quakers have some run. And Nice job by Jelani. That prevented a potential scoring opportunity for the Quakers. Now they're in the box. His foot goes into it, shot up by Fitzgibbon. And it goes over the crossbar. Will it be a corner for the Quakers? I believe so. And is it going to be Yuki? I believe it will be Yuki Adams who will go take the corner. So the first real opportunity for the Quakers to do something offensively and see if they can cash in on this set piece. Adams on that far side. Each team now with one corner. Yuki drives it in low. Not a particularly good ball in. The Quakers still have an opportunity. And that shot will not get to the back of the net. As Ferguson, it looked like, took the kick, and I don't think he quite got all of it. Spalding making a sub as number 18, Joseph Zamora, a freshman from Laredo, Texas, is now in the ballgame. And for Zamora being from Laredo, this is probably a cold wave for him, as it's probably only about $1.10 in Laredo today. Quakers trying to get something going. As in the ball game now for the Quakers, I believe, is Jimmy Kierme. Is that right? Kierme? Quakers will take the throw. Looks like that'll be Ferguson. As soon as Hilliard, well, excuse me, that's not Hilliard. That would be St. Fleur. We'll get up. Ferguson will arc it in. Headed by Kierme. Yuki back to Ferguson. Ferguson off the chest. Gets around the defender to Yuki. And Yuki is tripped up, and that'll be a foul against Kono. So now the Quakers with their second set piece. This is in the dangerous territory. Quakers will have an opportunity to get a shot on frame from here. Yuki will stand over the ball and appears that he will take the kick and gets it into space, but not in an area to where Kierme could get there in time. So two opportunities have gone by the wayside for the Quakers. And another substitution for Earlham, as this will be Chima Nduku. So I'm not sure who went out for Chima. And Tyler Gore now in for Spalding, as St. Fleur will check out. Now racing down for the Quakers, and that's going to be a foul against Kierme. And the official going over and demonstratively saying, no more fouls of that ilk, but no booking as of yet. Louis will take the free kick. That was a tough header for Yuki, as that header drove him back about 5 feet. Gustafsson was motioning for Fitzgibbon, and that's got to be a foul. They couldn't have played advantage because Kierme wasn't there, and there was no whistle. Yikes, and we have a Quaker that is down, and that is Bellick. I'm not sure wouldn't think it would be heat related, as he was a sub, kind of holding his left knee. We certainly won't speculate. So this opportunity for a break in the action as the Quaker sports medicine staff will come out to take a look. We'll take a quick break and be back with more Quaker Soccer in just a moment. This is Quaker Soccer, the Radio Troy Digital Sports Network.
At Earlham College, we don't see the world as a project.
We see it as our purpose.
We are always exploring,
always collaborating,
always focused on improving the world.
Earlham College, always moving forward.
Each day of the week, you can get a different 6-inch sub with no artificial flavors or colors for just $3.50 from your Richmond area Subways. On Monday, sweet onion chicken teriyaki. Tuesdays are oven-roasted chicken breast. Wednesday, turkey breast. Thursday, Italian BMT. Friday is tuna. Saturday, Black Forest ham. And on Sunday, meatball marinara. Treat yourself at Subway. 4 locations in Richmond and Hagerstown. Subway. Eat fresh. As Bellick goes out, now coming in for the Quakers will be Hockey Johnson. Hockey, a senior from Tacoma Park, Maryland. And Hardin will throw the ball in for Spalding. Sorry, I didn't mean to be the Captain Kirk thing there. Well, a foul against Spalding, and the Quakers again with a free kick. This one out a little bit further. Yuki Adams will take it. You still would like to think they could put a ball up in the box and get some folks running into the box, and hopefully for a header or a tip. Yuki sends it in and lobs it, and there's a header. We're going to have an offsides. It will not count. The flag is up, and a good opportunity for the Quakers. Some good movement, just a little too anxious. However, there's some value into putting the ball in the back of the net, seeing it go in. Oftentimes that helps give you some confidence, but the official had the flag up even before that shot ultimately went in. Under 20 minutes remaining in this half. And it's within the last 5 or 6 minutes, and no call on either side. And now there's a whistle. And it'll be a foul against the Quakers. But in the last 5 or 6 minutes, you've seen a little bit more offensive opportunities for both sides. And you wonder if that's because both sides are starting to get worn down a little bit with the heat and humidity that's out there, or is it just making adjustments and getting acclimated to the game? Either way, each side has seen their best opportunities in the last few minutes. Quakers are pressing a little bit more here now against the Spalding back four. And just the Quakers back four just need to be mindful of that so they aren't susceptible to a counterattack. Gustafsson battling, doing a nice job against Tyler Gore. Kono sends it in. And the Quakers ultimately come up with there's Yuki Adams. He'll put it out front on that far side for Ndukwu. That should be a Quaker throw. It is not. It's a Spalding throw. Looks like we may have a couple of subs for Spalding. Number 10 and number 30 checking in. That'll be Irfan Razai is number 10, and number 30 is Jacob Bass. Both young men are from Louisville, Kentucky. Hardin sits down. I apologize, I did not see the other gentleman that sat down. Good sliding tackle by Garrett Shaw, but it will be a throw for Spalding. They go quickly, get the ball to Hilliard. Hilliard was trying to find one of his teammates and could not do it. Fitzgibbon gets in the way of Bass. Kiermay lobs it up for Yuki. Well, heavy first touch. Yuki thought Fitzgibbons was going to be making a run, and Drew was not there, and Louis will let it go out of play, and we'll take the goal kick. We'll try to get you a score from Darrell Bean Stadium as Troy Darengowski doing the Quaker football broadcast. Good sliding tackle by Hockey Johnson, but coming up with it was Razai. And the player's still down for Spalding, and that was Zamora, who's back down on the pitch. And while Zamora waits for some help, which is not forthcoming as he lies on the ground. And no one is really making their way to help Joseph. And he gets up. And it looks like everyone is getting a water break, perhaps. So we'll take this opportunity to tell you that when you come to Richmond to see any of your Quakers, there's only one clear choice when you're looking for the best place to stay, and that is the Best Western Classic. Best Western is dedicated to providing you with the best possible travel experience. They operate in an industry built on trust and guest satisfaction. This can only be achieved through communication and experience support. At the Best Western Classic of Richmond, you get the most amenities available, including an indoor pool, fitness center, a conference space, free buffet breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and, of course, a clean, quiet, comfortable room. Best Western Classic of Richmond, 533 West Eaton Pike. On your Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, we are still 0-0 with just over 16 minutes remaining here in the half. The whistle has gone back on as Monty puts the ball into play. We'd also like to thank Beach Automotive, Big Boys Pizza, and Kate's Cages for helping us bring you this match today, along with the other Quaker athletic events that Radio Troy brings to you. Quakers with the throw in. And the substitution will now come in for Spalding. That'll be number 19, Ethan Thornton. Ethan, a sophomore from St. Louis, Missouri. And I believe 15 went out. Was that, or was it Zamora that went out? Checking in for Spalding on their next opportunity will be Tristan Ashburn, a sophomore from Lexington. Monty puts the ball into play for the Quakers. Running it down will be Garrett Shaw, but it will go out of play and be a throw for Garrett. He goes quickly, gets it to Yuki. Dropping back to Garrett. Fitzgibbon chasing it, but will not get there in time. And it will be a throw for Spalding deep in their territory. Ashburn now checking in. Quakers again just missing opportunity for a quick attack. That was a good little deke there by Pearson. Made the defender think he was going one way, and he actually went the other. Allowed him some space. Hockey Johnson. As the defender slips, Yuki was able to get that ball. Gustafson will lay it out, and it will be intercepted by Spalding, and now they are on the attack. Down at Darrell Beaton Stadium, the Quakers are losing 14-0. Still opportunity to come back in that game. And here at Matlack Messer Stadium on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, it is 0-0 with 13 minutes to play here in the first half. Ferguson will survey the pitch and will throw it in to Kierme, and there is a whistle, and the Quakers will have yet another set piece. We're going to say that we're going to say that. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll be benevolent. Yuki Adams. Last couple of times he's kind of floated these into the box, and he will do the same. This one goes a little deeper, and jumping up for it was Pearson and just missed the header attempt. Are they saying it was – no, I thought they were going to say it was deflected by a Spalding player, but it will be a goal kick for Louis. And the Quakers having some opportunities and just missing by a few inches from being able to capitalize on them. The law of averages, you keep doing that, eventually you're going to get one in the back of the net. Now this is cool. Louis getting his shoes tied for him by Hussein, and obviously that's because he's got those gold gloves on, but as a fat guy, I would love to have somebody tie my shoes for me. No takers. No one loves me. Quakers will get the ball cleared back to mid-pitch. Yuki lays it out front for Ndukwu. Will he get there? He does not, as Hussein steals the ball, but give a ton of credit to Ndukwu as he kept battling and nearly got possession back. That looked like a both guys going for it, and getting the booking was Jacob Bass for Spalding, number 30. So our first card of the match goes to Jacob Bass, and man, they were both flying in the air. But there was another yellow? Oh, and he came, okay. Yeah, I kind of remember. So Hockey Johnson actually was booked earlier in the match, and we missed that. I kind of remember when it was when I mentioned that it looked like the official was playing advantage, but there was no advantage to play. But I thought that was on the Quakers' offensive attack. Nonetheless, we're being told that Hockey Johnson has a yellow card, and now these Spalding Golden Eagles, Jacob Bass has a yellow card. No whistle on that play, and it will be a kick for Louis again. Looked like that was maybe a foul called against Earlham. Louis sends it up pitch. Ferguson will head it out of play. A throw, well, actually not before we get the substitution. The Quakers will send in Jack Johnson, a freshman from Suzhou, China. Actually, they did not allow the sub, as it was a Spalding play, but now Johnson will come in for the Quakers. And Monty will have the free kick. Under 10 minutes to play here in the first half. So Ndukwu out and Jack Johnson in. Good move by Zamora. Puts it on the near side here to Rezai. And will go out of play for a throw for Spalding. And taking that throw will be Tyler Gore. Monty comes out. Dangerous opportunity. And Hilliard, a really good, savvy attempt to try to just loft it over the head of Monty, but it will be a little too heavy. But give Hilliard a lot of credit. That was going to be really his only opportunity to score from that angle. And with the defense closing in on him, he just tried to lob it over the head of Monty, and it goes a little long. And you can certainly see why that young man has scored 6 goals already this season. He has good imagination there. Now the Quakers trying to get something going. And Gustafsson goes to ground. And, again, he is just exceptionally angry that not a call was made for him, even lifting up his shirt, showing the official he was pulled to ground. Quakers throw it in, and will lose possession. Zamora. Good footwork, and a foul against the Quakers. So that amount of contact is a foul, but not what happened to Gustafsson. Okay, just to make sure that we were on the same page. That is going to go against Kierme. And Hussein will take the free kick. Just across midfield. Gets it to the box again. Hockey Johnson, goodness gracious, taking a shot from that header. You could actually see the perspiration fly from his head. Shaw to Yuki Adams. Now to Gustafsson. Ferguson sends it up pitch, gets it to Hockey Johnson. Hockey has some room. He crosses, and here's an opportunity for Kierme, and he's good. Goal for the Quakers. That goal coming at 6:19 in the first half.
Quaker goal, Joel Michael Kierme.
So Kierme gets the Quakers on the board. And give a lot of credit to the Quakers getting that pass to Hockey Johnson in open territory. Kierme finding himself in the middle of the box in open position. Hockey Johnson gets the pass to him, and he puts it in the back of the net. So Kierme now the third Quaker with a goal this season. As we now have just around 6 minutes to play. And that is the Quakers' first goal in the month of September. And I mentioned they were just getting, especially in the last 5 to 10 minutes, just getting too many opportunities down around the goal. If they kept putting it in front of the net, eventually you would think the law of averages would allow them to score, and there they did. Some good ball movement. And a good placement on that shot by Kierme. Monty will pick the ball up and take a little extra time, his full allotment, to get the ball back into play. And it will be a throw. Not entirely sure what we're doing here. I heard a whistle. But we have a stoppage of time. Kierme, far side. See if he will center the ball. He stops, changes direction, and he does center it. Gets it to Hockey Johnson, whose heavy first touch allows Louis to be able to grab that ball. Because in hindsight, Kierme might have made that crossing attempt a little earlier. But the defender right all over him. That was a good phrase. The defender all over him. Going to be a tough opportunity. And that ball comes our direction. Good crowd here today at Matlack Messer Stadium. A beautiful day for soccer. I mentioned earlier in the mid-80s. And that will be a Quaker throw as Rezai could not keep it in play. Well, actually, it was a foul against someone on the Spalding side. So Monty will come up and take the kick. Monty might need to hustle and get back, as now Spalding on the attack. Ashburn on that far side. Now Hilliard. Zamora. We'll get the ball back to Hilliard. And that was an ambitious attempt by Kono. Not sure that was their best option, but it's the one he took. Another whistle and some substitutions. Number 11 and number 14 in for the Quakers. So that, well, how can it be 11? He wasn't Kierme already in? That's not 11, it's 18, I'm sorry. So Elijah Sadler and Brady Bubb. Bubb, a junior from Fort Wayne, Indiana. Sadler, a freshman from Troy, Ohio. Bubb puts the ball in the middle of the net, or excuse me, middle of the box, and Quakers had an opportunity, but not able to cash in and get a shot on frame. 18 Sadler on that far side. And it will be a throw for Spalding with a minute and change to go in the first half. Hockey Johnson to Ferguson. Ferguson dropping it back.
1 minute.
To Pearson. Pearson over to Duyer. Back to Pearson. Needs to be careful with Hilliard, and Hilliard picks his pocket. This is going to be trouble. Hilliard scores. With 40 seconds remaining, Hilliard picks the pocket of Jake Pearson and puts the ball in the back of the net for the equalizing goal. And Hilliard's 7th goal on the season. "45 seconds. "45 seconds. What a devastating blow for the Quakers, and you can maybe mark that up to being a little too lackadaisical getting the ball cleared. But a tremendous amount of credit needs to go to Hilliard for continuing to battle, ultimately stealing the ball, and then it was 1v none, basically, and he puts the ball right past Monty. So all of that hard work for the Quakers to get up 1-0 is erased in just a couple of minutes. Spalding with the throw in with 10 seconds remaining. Hilliard will cross it over to Rezai, and that was just too heavy, but thank goodness it was, because there wasn't a Quaker defender within 20 yards of Rezai. But that's the way the half will end, with your score Earlham 1, Spalding 1. And we want to thank First Bank Richmond, Georgia Direct Carpet, Family Fitness, Jiffy Lube, and Kyle's Auto for helping us bring you this Quaker soccer contest. We'll be back in just a few minutes. You are watching Quaker Soccer on the Radio Troy Digital Sports Network.
Our campus includes 600 acres of woods, fields, and ponds. It's a beautiful, peaceful place where we can hike, go running, hang out with friends, or even do field research for a science class. Because at Earlham, we are always connected to the natural world.
We check them better. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle is fully inspected and reconditioned by ASE and factory-trained technicians. And each Better Buy vehicle comes with a Carfax vehicle history report, so you know you can buy a vehicle with confidence. We back them better with a 3-day satisfaction guarantee. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified comes with a 3-day or 300-mile satisfaction guarantee. If you don't like it within that 3 days or 300 miles, just bring it back and we'll exchange it for a vehicle of equal value. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile warranty. We price them better. We have dedicated individuals searching the entire country for the highest quality, lowest price vehicles for our inventory. In today's competitive market, we're constantly monitoring vehicle values to ensure that we're offering the best prices possible. We guarantee that every Wetzel Better Buy vehicle is the highest quality used car or truck around. Our reconditioning process guarantees that you are getting a vehicle as close to brand new as possible, and our warranties back that up.
Our community. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we play. At West End Bank, we're not just in the community, we're a part of the community. And that's why we support over 100 programs for local nonprofits and schools, including our financial literacy program that positively impacts countless students throughout the area. You bank locally, so we give back locally to watch people grow with endless possibilities.
Back at Matlack Messer Stadium here on the campus of Earlham College, we are at the half with your score Earlham 1, Spalding 0. First goal was put into the back of the net by the Quakers, and it was Jimmy Kierme who got the first goal. And then a few, I'm sorry? Then the second goal, with only a couple minutes remaining in the half, was by Spalding, and Cornell Hilliard getting his 7th goal on the season. The Kierme goal for the Quakers was assisted by Hockey Johnson. Quakers also getting 1 yellow card, and that was also by Hockey Johnson. 1 yellow for Spalding, that would be for Jacob Bass. So the halftime statistics for Spalding, 7 shots, and 3 of those were on target. 1 corner, 5 fouls, and the 1 yellow card. For the Quakers, 2 shots, 1 on target, 2 saves, and a corner, 5 fouls, and the yellow card, as we mentioned. Shots on goal shots in general for Spalding, 2 by Hilliard, 1 by Hussein. Bakari, Ugarik, and Kono each with a shot. The ones on target were Hilliard, Hussein, and Kono, and then obviously Hilliard with the one in the back of the net. Fitzgibbon also had a shot for the Quakers, but it was Kierme who had the shot that was on target and then ultimately in the back of the net. I forgot to mention Zamora is also credited with a shot for Spalding. So again, at the half, with just about 10 minutes remaining in the half, your score, Earlham 1, Spalding 1. And we will take a break and come back with the second half action. And I said, give us about 10 minutes. We'll be back with you. We appreciate you for tuning in. The Wesley Bates Wealth Management Scoreboard, it is Earlham 1, Spalding 1.
I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
At Harrington Hogue, we believe your life belongs to you. That's why we work hard to make sure that your insurance coverage is the last thing you have to worry about. So when it comes to keeping you protected,
we got this.
Back at Matlack Messer Stadium, I guess it looks like we're going to go early and not take all of the time allotted to us at halftime. It's the officials' world. We're just all part of it. So there is the whistle. And we are underway in the second half. Spalding will attack left to right on your screen in the blue unis, in blue kit. Quakers in the maroon kit attacking right to left this time. The Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard finds us starting this second half 1-1. Earlham 1, Spalding 1. And now Spalding on the attack. Quakers getting possession. Johnson initially had the ball and got it up to Yuki Adams eventually. But now Spalding back on the attack. Bakari sends it in. Headed away initially and then cleared by the Quakers. So Bakari will drop it off to Thornton to throw in for Spalding. Nico Monty will now get the kick for the Quakers. This Quaker soccer game brought to you by Tony's Car Sales, Little Sheba's, Mancino's, New Vision Sports, Parallax, and Reed Orthopedic. Kono battling with Hockey Johnson. Hockey pushing off. The official was right there. No whistle as they're going to let play continue. Out front for Bakari. But it will be a Quaker throw. $27-0 now down at Darrell Bean Stadium as the Quakers football team battling. There is a whistle, and it will be a Quaker kick. Actually, no. Foul on Earlham. Now Spalding will get the free kick. So Spalding will get set. They put the ball up. Ball just at the beginning of the box, and that was an offsides. Offsides against Spalding, and will be a free kick for Monty. Cloud cover shading the pitch, giving the players a little relief from the heat. Fitzgibbon for Kierme, and that was close to a foul, but I think the flag was up for offsides. That was right at the edge of the box and no whistle as Kierme was taken down by Jelani. So Louis will get the kick. Well, that's a foul against Yuki Adams. So free kick now for Spalding. Hussein will take it. To Zamora. And now getting over to Bakari, who wound up losing it. Oh, that was a good move by Kono, and not able to get enough on it, and Mani easily taking care of that. Louis off his line and trying for a crazy bicycle kick was Yuki Adams, and it does not work, and it will be a kick for Louis. So Spalding will get the throw. It will be Ethan Thornton taking the throw. Hilliard laying it out in initially what I thought was a silly move, but ultimately was a pretty good idea as Ugaric was running up that far side. But it just goes out of play, and it'll be a Quaker throw. And they try to go quickly, but the official blowing the whistle and saying you need to go back. And we'll try this again. Another throw from the Quakers, and this time it'll be right in front of the Spalding bench. Gustafson keeping the ball in play. Now Spalding will turn and go. Here come the Quakers, and this is going to be a potential opportunity as Strzelecki will send it cross pitch. How they kept it in play. Great job by the Quakers. Hockey Johnson sending the ball a shot, but it was blocked. And there is another ambitious shot opportunity. I believe Gustafson tried the second one. But neither shot ultimately paying dividends for the Quakers. And we're just over 37 minutes remaining in the second half. Louis will put the ball into play. Kierme drops it back to Gustafson. Gustafson lays it out for Fitzgibbon if he can get there, and it will go over to Spalding. Ugaric is tripped up by Kierme. So a foul. What is that on, Jimmy? Yes, it was. So Spalding on the attack. Again, the Quakers a little cavalier with the ball. And the Spalding winds up with it. Hilliard in the box. Gets around the defender, pushing off, still battling, still has possession. As Pearson was doing his best to cut off Hilliard, but Spalding keeps possession, and going to ground by Sniper was Ethan Thornton. Kierme will get the corner as he tried to get around Hussein. And again, just a couple of inches away from being able to make that happen, but it will be a corner for the Quakers. So this will be the second corner of the match for the Quakers. Yuki Adams is set. He puts the left foot into it, sends it up high, and Louis is there. It was a good ball in, but give credit to Louis for being aggressive and going after it early. Strzezuski not able to get that ball. Bakari tries to find Hilliard, not able to get there. Kierme. Nice back heel to Shaw. Shaw tried to thread the needle to Fitzgibbon, and it does not happen. Monty will now try to find Yuki Adams. Hilliard tried to get a quick flick over to Zamora. Yuki Adams has a couple of people, gets around one defender. We should have an opportunity, and not sure what was happening there. I don't know if Yuki was trying to be clever with a little pass, or if he just got the ball under his feet and in a bad position. But that was an opportunity that goes by the wayside for the Quakers. So Garrett Shaw will get the throw. Lays it out for Yuki Adams. Let's see if Yuki can center it. Gets pushed off the ball. Goes to ground. No call. Now Hilliard in space. Lays it out for Ugaric. Almost a perfectly weighted pass, but getting there was Ferguson. And Ferguson will send it out of play, and a throw for Spalding. Zamora. He puts it up, tried to find Bakari. It does not work, and it will go all the way back to mid-pitch. Yuki just missing the header to Fitzgibbon in space. And a whistle. And that's going to go against Earlham, and I believe that's against Ferguson. So we have a stoppage of time. So the stoppage in time was to get the Spalding players warming up on the sideline to put on the practice jerseys to delineate them from the players on pitch, and that was a good move, and those players should have known that to begin with. And ball goes out of play, and will be a throw for Spalding. The Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, with under 32 minutes remaining, is Earlham 1, Spalding 1. Goals for the Quakers, or a goal for the Quakers by Jimmy Kierme, and for Spalding, a goal by Cornell Hilliard. And Spalding getting that equalizer goal with just a couple of minutes remaining in the first half. That was good defending by Shaw as he kicked the ball out of Zamora's possession as Zamora was making an attack, and we have an offsides. So it will be free kick for the Quakers. Monty will come out. Puts the ball up. Duyer. Over to Shaw. Shaw surveys the pitch. Decides to go to Gustafsson. Gustafsson changes direction and puts it up. And, nearly a great play. And that shot up by Yuki Adams goes out of play and will be a kick for Louis. Brady Bubb will now come in for the Quakers as Kierme will go off. Louis will take the kick. Spalding on the attack. Ugaric, right foot, his shot blocked. Sliding tackle by Ferguson. Ferguson not able to get there, and that's a foul. We're going to have a booking? I think we are. That is going to be, I believe, on Ugaric. And it is. So a yellow card for Ugaric. Yes, ma'am. Ugaric getting some coaching on that far side. And at the next opportunity for Spalding, Jacob Bass will check in. He is also on a yellow card. So Monty all the way up near mid-pitch to take this free kick. Monty sends it up. He's got some backspin and right to Louis. Did not appear, other than Fitzgibbon, that any Quakers were making an attempt to get to that ball. So another missed opportunity for the Quakers. Strzelecki gives it over to Gustafsson, and now Zamora has his pocket picked by Shaw. That ball will go out, and looks like it'll be a corner for Spalding. This will be the second corner of the match for Spalding, and looks like Bakari will take the kick. Yuki Adams over in the corner to keep everything honest. That ball driven in, and really no Spalding player had a chance. Monty catches that ball on the short hop. It was a little more difficult than it appeared on screen. So Monty punts it back into play. Bass with the ball at his feet. Sends it up to try to find Hilliard, and that was a very close opportunity for Hilliard. Monty just getting there before the goal scorer, Hilliard. And Monty sends it into play for the Quakers. Bubb over to Strzelecki. Strzelecki has got some open space. Needs to center it. And really, there's only one Quaker player in the box, Yuki Adams, trying to force it to Brady Bubb. Again, I think that was a missed opportunity for the Quakers. No shot on frame or shot at all. Hilliard stops, gets the ball, gets it to Bass. Hilliard not able to keep possession. And there's a Quaker down. And I think he was down on his own. Hilliard still battling with the ball. And that is Gustafson down holding his left knee. Now the whistle should come if the action is right by Gustafson, and now there it is. So the sports medicine staff will come out and take a look at Gustafson. Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard has the Earlham Quakers 1, Spalding Golden Eagles 1. This Quaker match brought to you by Reynolds Plumbing, Richmond Power and Light, Summit Computers, Chester Heights Apartments, Quaker City Storage, Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, and we want to thank Kevin Shearer for sponsoring our pregame show, Tri-County Awards, and Mendenhall's True Value Hardware. Gustafson thankfully walking off under his own power, but a hitch in his giddy-up. He does have a brace on that left knee, and that's what he was holding when he went down. So it looks like number 4 will check in for the Quakers, Jake Pearson, unless he was already in. He might have already been in getting some water. I'm not entirely sure, but Yuki is in. Bub. Fitzgibbon. Oh, here's your potential sub, number 17, Brevin Smith, a sophomore from Yorktown, Indiana. And Tristan Ashburn will come in for Spalding at their next opportunity. Actually, both players now coming in. It looks like Fitzgibbon is sitting down for the Quakers, too, number 22. Let's see. Bub, Yuki, Strzezuski, Hockey Johnson. Pearson. Shaw, Duyere, Ferguson, Brevin Smith just checked in. I think we got everybody. Louis sends the ball up. Bub, nice job to Brevin. He has Yuki on one side and Bub on the other. Ball still alive. Bub can get there. Kicks it up over his head, just trying to get it centered, but it ultimately goes to Spalding. Bass, the ball in front of his feet. He lays it out for Hilliard, and just too heavily weighted, and kicking it out of play was Duyere, and will now be a throw for Spalding. Hilliard sends it in the back of the net. That was way too easy of a goal for Spalding. Crowd wanting offsides. But Hilliard gets his second goal. And the Quakers now find themselves down 2-1. Monty asking the side official how Hilliard was onside, but not getting any relief from that goal. So Bub gets the ball back into play for the Quakers. And now it's 2 unanswered goals for Spalding. That was a tough takedown. As Jack Johnson goes to the ground, and that had to hurt. And then the official says, play the advantage. What advantage? I don't understand that. And now a whistle. So Shaw is going to get called for the foul that looked to be way less consequential contact on Hilliard. As my best buddy Troy likes to say, it's a game of angles. So Hussein will take the kick. Ball is up. Hilliard chasing after it, gets possession. Is not able to keep possession. Stolen by Benge. Brevin Smith doing all that he can to try to get that ball, and Monty will get it, and there is a Spalding player down. Another stoppage in time. More delays. I think that is 14. Benge slow to get up. One of the common complaints about soccer is, particularly in the professional ranks, is how they all go down like they've never been in as much pain, and then 5 seconds later they hop up and everything's fine. And that was almost the case there. Benge writhing around and then gets up and jogs it off. But after doing these games and watching them close to the pitch, you can see those guys do take a lot of hard falls and probably more in pain than the average viewer anticipates. Good job there by Pearson. Brevin Smith trying to get the Spalding player off of the ball and ultimately cleared out of play by Ferguson. Well, Spalding with the throw. Harden gets it in. That shot by Kono was blocked by Ferguson. There's another quick shot by Spalding that is saved by Monty. Spalding trying to go quickly with the throw in. Ethan Thornton gets it in, but it will be taken by Hockey Johnson, who's dispossessed by Zamora. There is a shot that was deflected. That one was taken by St. Fleur. So it will be a corner for Spalding. So Zamora will go over and take the corner. Ball is up. dangerous territory, and thankfully Hilliard not able to get there, but it will stay in Earlham's area and be another corner for Spalding. Zamora will switch sides of the pitch. And if he goes quickly, which they didn't do, but Hilliard was all by himself if they went short. But Yuki recognized that, and then Adams ran out to try to cover Hilliard. It wouldn't have mattered because the whistle hadn't been blown. So Zamora sends it in low. Not a very good corner, but he'll get to do it again as Yuki kicks it out of play. So Zamora for his third kick. Hussein runs up in case they wanted to try to go short. Another poor corner by Zamora, but they're going to say they get another opportunity. The Quakers are saying it wasn't out on them. The official begs to differ. So the third corner attempt now. Cleared in play now by Yuki, and he has room to run. Zamora chasing him down. Yuki changes direction and drops it back to Shaw. Shaw trying to find Ferguson, and Ferguson will not get there as Louis will grab the ball. Shaw lost the ball for a moment, and that allowed Ashburn a chance to run after it, and it will be a Quaker throw. Fitzgibbon checking back in for the Quakers as Brevin Smith sits down. D. Tran will drop the ball back. Hussein will have it. Now to Louis. As Vaught goes to ground and chasing after the ball. Yuki Adams was sandwiched by Bass and Kono. Oh, what a good pass laid out there for Gore. Gore tries to turn the corner, but Duyere is there. And it will be a free kick for Monty. Monty puts the ball into play. Yuki heads it. Three different Quakers touching it. Kierme, the Quaker goal scorer in this match, fighting for the ball. D. Tran ultimately comes up with it and sends it up for Hilliard, chasing after it. Pearson is there, getting bodied by Hilliard. And is that going to be called a foul? And it is not. I think the Quakers are a little fortunate there as Pearson and Hilliard were battling, and depending on your view, you could have made the case that Pearson knocked Hilliard down in the box. I think it ultimately was a good no call. Monty, again, puts the ball back into play. 15 minutes remaining in this match. Hockey Johnson tripped up. It will stay with Quakers, or with Quaker possession. Ferguson on the far side will throw it in. Duyer to Hockey Johnson, who lost possession. Ashburn puts it out for Zamora. Zamora in space. Loses his footing. And then Duyer gets the tackle and gets possession to Yuki Adams. Yuki puts it out for Kierme. And that ball was headed by Hussein, allowing Louis to grab it. Bass. Centering it. Here's a shot, and it's in. Shot by Abnel St. Fleur, and that is his 4th goal on the season, and it is now 3-1, Spalding. The Quakers have just not been able to get the ball cleared when necessary, and have really allowed 2 easy goals in that fashion. It will be a Spalding throw. On your Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, it is Spalding 3, Earlham 1, with 13 minutes remaining in this match. It is a final down at Darrell Bean Stadium as the football team loses 34-0. Quakers with an opportunity, and flag is up, and it'll be offsides. Offsides call against Kierme. The whistle comes, and Spalding will put it into play. Tran to Bass. Zamora back to Bass, and now stolen by the Quakers. Back possession to Spalding. Pearson will get the clearance, and it will be a throw for Spalding. Hilliard to Monty. Monty couldn't catch it cleanly, and ultimately was very fortunate that another shot wasn't forthcoming after that play. It was initially a good save by Monty. He wasn't able to catch the ball cleanly, went after it, and was on the ground. But fortunately, no Golden Eagle was there to be able to put the ball in back of an empty net. So in your Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, it is still 3-1. Quakers down by 2 goals. Quakers scored the initial goal in the first half. And then with 2 minutes remaining or so in that first half, Spalding scored, and they've scored 2 other times since then. And it has definitely been all Golden Eagles here in the second half, as we are under 10 minutes. And it will be a Spalding throw as Ferguson goes to ground and slow in getting up. Spalding going quickly. And again, that's an ambitious play there by Zamora, and will be a goal kick for the Quakers. Mentioned the Quakers will be in action at Wilmington on the 19th. It's a 7 o'clock start. And then the next 2 matches will be home matches here at Matlack Messer Stadium, September 22nd against Illinois Wesleyan, and then September 25th against Wittenberg. And then they round out the month of September with the first conference game, the HCAC, September 29th at Mount St. Joseph. In October, the Quakers will have 4 home games. October 3rd against Transylvania, October 6th against Hanover, October 17th against Anderson, and October 20th against Franklin. All 4 of those matches will be conference tilts. And then 4 on the road. October 10th at Bluffton, October 13th at Rose-Hulman, October 24th at Defiance, and October 27th at Manchester. And then October 31st, we have the HCAC tournament semifinals that will begin, and hopefully the Quakers will be in action for that. A free kick here for Spalding. Hussein will take it. Zamora has his pass stolen. Jack Johnson. And there was a foul against Kono. So free kick here for the Quakers. Monty will come up and take the kick. Quakers need to get something going. That's a good ball in. Headed out. The Quakers needed to go quickly as Louis was off his line after he came out to try to punch that ball away. Another stoppage in time. After all the matches here at Earlham College I've done, this is by far the most stoppages in time we've had in one game. As we have a Spalding player on the ground holding the side of his head. Can't quite see the number yet. Number 6. So Faisal Jalani. The official walking oh so gingerly. So I believe it's going to be one of these things where Tran just kicks it to the other side to allow the Quakers to get possession after the stoppage for the Spalding player, and that's exactly what happens. Quakers flag was up for offsides, and No words. A free kick here for Spalding. It will go out of play and throw in for the Quakers. Hockey Johnson heads it out of play, and now Spalding will get to throw it in. So Ashburn will sit down. Hilliard with the steal and then puts it in the back of the net like it was nothing. That may be the most disappointing goal of all of them.
Golden Eagle goal, Cornell Hilliard for his hat trick.
So Hilliard had the brace and is gifted the third goal for his half trick. He absolutely just picked the pocket of the Quakers and put in a beautiful ball over the head of Nico Monti without really any Quaker around him. This match is ending very disappointingly for the Quakers. 4 straight goals by Spalding. There's a foul on Zamora, and it may be more than that, may be a booking. So I believe that should be on Zamora, and it is. And Zamora will sit down. Bingay will come back in. That is the third yellow for Spalding. Ugaric, Zamora, and Bass each with 1. And Hockey Johnson with 1 yellow. Monty will take the free kick. Puts it up. And it looked like it hit Pearson in the stomach and then sent well out of play down the ravine. And Kierme sent it towards my car. Maybe I angered him, but that's going to be down towards the football stadium. So just under 6 minutes remaining. Good tackle by Yuki. But the ball, Bingay will ultimately got it. Now Hockey Johnson will be Quaker throw on the far side. Hilliard, even with 3 goals, still battling, still hungrier than most other players. Puts it out for Bakari in a beautiful pass. Bakari's left foot and just going over the crossbar. And the Quakers dodge yet another bullet. Pearson to Kierme, who loses it to Gore, and a whistle on Kierme. Another free kick here for Spalding. So taking the free kick will be Hussein off of the Kierme foul. Ball is up. Monty gets a late jump. Hilliard there, and that shot by St. Fleur, who has a goal, is saved by Monty, and he puts the ball into play. Your Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard has Spalding at 4, Earlham at 1. Ugaric sends the ball down pitch. It gets to the feet of Palabel. Duyer. Has his pass knocked out of play by Bakari. It'll be Quaker throw. Kierme. Jack Johnson battling, gets there, has some room, centers it, and centers it right to Hussein. Good idea, just needed to put some air in it. Here's Duyer. And now Hilliard, 2v1. But wow, what a great play. Excellent effort by DeZan. Oh, excuse me, that's Matthew Gray. I apologize. Matthew Gray, what a wonderful job of dispossessing Hilliard on that 2v1 run. Yuki Adams nearly picking the pocket of St. Fleur. Ugaric. Far side there to Gore. And that's sent out of play by Palabel. Another stoppage in time. Great news. So St. Fleur will go out. Razai is in. With just over 2 minutes remaining, the Quakers' record will run to 1-3, while Spalding's record will go to 6-1. Another foul against the Quakers, a free kick for Spalding as they get it underway. We remind you to stay informed on all of Quaker athletics, including the soccer teams, the men's and women's sides. Oh, an opportunity. Louis out of play, and Kierme just turned and fired, and fortunately for Spalding, Ethan Thornton was in the way. Pearson to Yuki. Possession back to Spalding. Matthew Gray, far side. Has it taken away by Hilliard. And Hockey Johnson takes it away from Bakari.
1 minute.
As you heard there, 1 minute left in this match. As I was mentioning, stay tuned or check GoEarlham.com for all of your Quaker athletic information, and you can also go to radiotroy.com, check on the broadcasts, whether it's field hockey, football, volleyball, soccer, and coming up in the fall, obviously, basketball, and then ultimately in the spring, some baseball. All of your Quaker athletic needs can be found at GoEarlham.com and radiotroy.com. And another whistle. Another foul against the Quakers, and I believe they got Kierme again.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
And as you hear the countdown, this match is over. So on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, Spalding 4, Earlham 1. Quakers moving to 1-3 on the season, and they'll be back in action September 19th at Wilmington, Ohio, 7 p.m. start. And then back here at Matlack Messer Stadium September 22nd against Illinois Wesleyan at a 3:30 start, and September 25th against Wittenberg, a 4 p.m. start. Again, your final score, Spalding 4, Earlham 1. Thanks to everyone for tuning in. We do appreciate it, and we'll see you next time as we bring you Quaker Athletics on the Radio Troy Digital Sports Network. Have a great evening, everyone.